Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.
Remember the exploitative video we talked about last week of the Chinese man filming African kids telling them I'm a black monster and my IQ is low, the whole controversy, China responding and saying that they have zero tolerance, that story. The same guy that was responsible for this video has now been arrested. Authorities in Zambia say they have arrested a Chinese citizen accused of selling exploitative videos of Malawian children. Malawian authorities say they are working to have the man, Lu Ki, return to Malawi, where rights campaigners say he would face justice. Immigration officials in Malawi told VOA their counterparts in Zambia arrested Lu Ki on Monday, June 20, 2022, in the eastern Chipata district. Luke had fled Malawi, where police were searching for him after a BBC investigation reported that he was recording young villagers in central Malawi and making them say racist things about themselves in the Chinese language Mandarin. The news sparked outrage in Malawi. On Tuesday, various rights organizations held street protests and presented a petition to the Chinese embassy in the capital of Lilongwe. Well, that's a start. I'm glad they arrested him, and I'm glad Malawi is working on bringing him back to Malawi so that he can pay the price for what he did. Like, you know, I celebrate these small wins because if it was before, no one would say anything. Even the activists, after they talk about it for a while, they realize that not a lot of people are paying attention. So it just dries down, it just dies, and nobody picks up the story. But nowadays, people are talking about it. Not only that, they hold their leaders accountable and they push and push and push until they hear an answer. And so this is a great example of that. After the Malawi story came out in 2020, we talked about it here and there, but nothing happened. But 2022, after the BBC investigation happened and it went viral, there was so much pressure that they just can't ignore it. Even the Chinese government have never said anything about this clip before. Now they were under pressure to the point where they were doing PR moves and trying to apologize and say they have zero tolerance for racism, and all that stuff happened because the people stood up together and made it clear that this is nonsense, racism is not acceptable, and especially coming to our own continent and disrespecting us like this, it just can't happen. So after that happened, the Chinese government spoke up, even the Malawian authorities spoke up, and so Zambia arrested this guy, and now they're working on taking him back to Malawi because he escaped. He ran away after this investigation went out and he knew he got caught. So he ran away, but this is good. This is good when we're starting to hold foreigners accountable for their crimes. That's how it should be. Period. Like, there's no way we should treat them better than our own people when they are actually coming to the continent to disrespect us, to degrade us, to tell us that we are black monsters and our IQ is low. Like, are you serious? And sell it and benefit from it. That is just so bizarre, but I'm just glad that they have arrested him and they are going to try him. And I hope he gets a long sentence, and I hope he pays up each and every cent he got by exploiting these kids. It goes back to the kids that he's exploited, and then after he serves his long years in prison, now he can be deported. I think that's only fair. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this Chinese man getting arrested. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.